Let's quickly remove the shadows from the face of this lady. We'll take a duplicate of this image and we will use the lasso tool and select the dark shadow region on her face. Right. Now we will apply curves adjustment layer to this shadow region. So at the bottom of the layers panel we have create new fill and adjustment, and from adjustments we will select curves, and then we need to open the properties panel and we will just increase the brightness, so we can see here. So once the brightness is increased, now we will select the mask for the curves adjustment and we will increase the feather. So we can see here. Right. Then the one thing we can do is we can select a brush. There are some excessive bright areas on her face. We will erase them. So we will select a brush and we will reduce the flow amount. We will keep it to 25%, and we can see underneath her eyes we have too much brightness. So we need to keep black as the foreground color. We need to select the curves mask, the mask for the curves adjustment, and we can just reduce the brightness. That's it. So we can just reduce the brightness, and we can also slightly increase the feather if you want. And then the next thing we'll be doing is we will just use a screen blending mode so that we can see the change, and we will take a merged copy. We will take a merged copy. We can simply use Ctrl Alt Shift E in PC or Command Option Shift E in Mac, and then we can just use a patch tool to fine tune her skin details, her skin, in case we see any more patches. That's it. We can finalize this, but if we want more brightness, there is one more thing that we can do. We will again select the lasso tool and see there is some darkness on the right side. We can just draw a selection around this region. So something like this, and then we will apply curves adjustment for one more time. So here is the curves adjustment, and again we will try to increase the brightness, so we can see here, and we will again select the mask thumbnail and we will increase the feather, so we can just increase it like this, so we can see. And we can again take one more merged copy, Ctrl Alt Shift E in PC or Command Option Shift E in Mac, and if we want to further reduce the darkness on her face, we can see some darkness on her nose. If you want to remove even that thing also, so we can again draw a selection from her eyes to nose, and we can just use the curves adjustment one more time. We'll increase the brightness, and then what we'll be doing, we will increase the feather also, so we can just increase the feather, and here we can see some brightness underneath her eyes. We can reduce that brightness. So how we can do that? We can just select a brush and make sure that the flow amount is around 20, and we can just remove that brightness. So we can just paint on those bright areas. So we can finalize this. If we try to remove more darkness, it will look artificial, so we can finalize this. So we can take one more merged copy, Ctrl Alt Shift E in PC or Command Option Shift E in Mac, and now we can compare the final result with the original. So this is the final result and this is the original.